Thanks. I'm Russ Ellis. I'm president of gNext Labs, and I'm very pleased to be presenting to you today our solution. Our gNext Labs, a platform for inspection and surveys. We're an 18-month-old startup. We are seed backed, and we've been working for the 18 months to build our cloud-based SaaS platform for inspection and surveys. What I'd like to do today is show you some examples of our use cases to give you a better understanding of our platform capabilities. In this first case, it's a 3D virtual inspection of a storm damage assessment. And this is a model that was flown by a drone. Data was collected, it was uploaded into our system. And by using this visualization platform, and this could just as easily be a construction site or any facade or any building inspection, we're able to look through this, and this is a video depicting it, and collaborate with any number of users simultaneously along with us and work through the process of interrogating the data to better understand the condition of the asset and what needs to be done, if it's remediation, if it's project management, whatever the case might be. As we look through, we've turned the camera layers on here, and you can actually look at the visual, the images directly by clicking on those. And I'll just kind of zip through some of the features that we see. The ability to go and take measurements directly on the model or the images themselves. And now we're going to get into a facade inspection. And as we're working this, the user just simply traces out the steps. And I'll take us to a picture. Now we can see a horizontal structure typically are very difficult to take measurements in. Our technology allows that to take place, and for these measurements to be accurately depicted and to be put into detailed reports and shared with others as well, all in a collaborative environment. My next use case is gathering analytics from a survey. In this case, it's a mine, and we're taking volumetric measurements. We can see annotations been made here. This is great for stockpile analysis. It could be a construction site where the vendor has dropped off X tons of materials, and it's quite easy to reconcile the measurements and what's actually taken place with those actual invoices as well. As we move forward, we can also take accurate measurements within the platform itself to be able to understand what the volume of metrics or volume of materials that will need to be taken out or put in alternatively. And as we continue through, the ability to take all that and put it into detailed reports. And here we're in the report preparation process. It's a very quick, actionable item to be able to create these reports. The images that you see down here are dynamic in nature, so you can create and make them larger or smaller, move the views around to depict exactly what you're trying to convey to the reader. As we go through, this will then be turned into a PDF, and now we have this as a permanent memorial, and to be able to share this with other users as well, wherever they might be in the world. All right. Next, we're going to do a rail inspection. This is a rail TAS replacement survey. This particular model was created, the data was captured utilizing an array similar to this one. It wasn't this vehicle, but it was similar to this. The vehicle rode over the tracks and was able to collect this data. Now, the benefits of this is truly huge because we didn't have to shut down this main line or this rail artery for an extended period of time to capture this data. The vehicle was able to drive over the rails and exit at the appropriate time, thus reducing the downtime of the track and also minimizing the safety risks to the workers that would come out there and actually capture this data. This video is available on our website, so I would encourage you, if you have interest, to please take a look at it. I won't bore you with all the details, but we are interrogating this is an actual image within the model, and this is in our legacy platform, this one. Next up, we have a rail bridge visual inspection. In this case, it was collected utilizing drones, and you'll see why, because this is a mile-long bridge, and we're way out from it right here. We're going to start zooming in. The platform has been optimized to be able to utilize and send only the images that are necessary and the model data that's necessary down to the user. The user needs only a standard internet connection and a standard internet browser to be able to interact and do all the measurements and all the interaction and report creation that they need. As well, it's available in use on a smartphone. What we see here are taking measurements directly onto the 3D model. We'll move down a little bit. You see annotations can be created and put directly on. And all these are available in the reporting modules. We'll move along. More measurements. And now we see the actual image that we've been able to get directly into because we're interested in that segment. You'll notice there's running water behind and under this structure. Our algorithms are very advanced and they have the capability of reducing that noise level and making this a much smoother model to be able to look through and work with. We'll continue along. In this situation, it's an inspector assistant based on artificial intelligence. This bridge deck was flown. It was run through our algorithms, and what we're working on now is the ability for we have machine learning and AI built directly into the platform. With machine learning, these areas, concrete spalling, can automatically be detected and provided to the inspector. So don't look at 1,000 images. Look at this particular area and this particular report, because here are the areas that need remediation, so you can better understand the amount of time it's going to take and the materials that are necessary in order to remedy this. Right, now we're going to move to a geometric change detection visualization. This is a flare stack from an offshore oil rig that's in a field. Drone team flew it. Then they put some little sneaky changes to it to see if we could detect it. And you can look with the naked eye, you can see some larger items that might be present. But it's with this sort of technology, with geometric change detection, that we're able to actually drill in with a heat map to show you these are the areas that were changed, and these are the areas that you might want to inspect further, because one was done on one timetable, another at another timetable. Here are the changes you should take a look at. Next, we're going to move to an example of IOT integration. This was a model. This was a quarry that the drone team flew. They uploaded their data to our platform. We processed and created this model, this 3D model, and then they provided us with an IoT file of all the IoT sensor data that have been uploaded from this heavy equipment, and asked us if we could visualize this in the platform. We worked on that and created this visualization capability. And from this, they're able to determine, do we have bottlenecks in traffic? Do we have too much idling taking place in any individual areas? Too much equipment, not enough. And also to better understand the working conditions within the job site itself. One of the real benefits of this as well is to be able to utilize this in a training session where they use VR goggles and really immerse a new operator into the pit before they ever enter the dangerous zone. As we continue, we're going to now see an example of 360 data that was captured. This was done from a helmet-mounted 360 camera. The crew member worked through and just walked through the site. This data can be geotagged and tagged to an actual 2D plan. And that way you can just click on a plan, look into the room. We've now incorporated a slider bar at the bottom to be able to say it looks like this today. What did it look like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago? And finally, our actual platform workflow. We're data collection agnostic. We don't collect data, but we consult with teams that do to optimize their performance and share with them best practices. The data is uploaded to our platform. It's processed automatically. We look through some of the visualization capabilities of those models. We also looked at some reports that are generated and that can be shared with others, and then secure storage in the cloud in a cloud-based environment in AWS Cloud. Thank you very much for this opportunity to present, and we'll look forward to speaking with you in the Slack room. Thank you very much.